formation, one back Green with double wides left and right. Green back to throw, looking right side of the end zone, overthrown in the end zone.
Good pressure, and Green took a shot that time as he threw it. He's slow to get up. And it is 3rd and 11.
11.1 left in the half.
Once again, sorry for the broadcast difficulties just minutes ago. We are back here as 3rd down and 11. Green moving a little slow. 11 seconds left.
Again, you got to take your chances in the end zone, Tim, if you want to try to get 3 this half.
Yep.
Double wides left and right. Green in the gun, one back. Green takes the snap. Time running down, going to swing it. Caught.
That's Harbison.
Harbison runs out of bounds.
Smart play. With 1 second, and he got out just in time. That's going to give Alex Trejo at least an opportunity to make this a 24-point lead here going into the half.
He goes out of bounds at the 30. Will be 4th down for the Chargers at 11.
All right, Rob. Every point, as we talked about, is big. Field goal attempt here as we head down to you. And Andy, I believe, what is this, 47? 47-yarder, Rob.
47-yard attempt here for Trejo. Big points here, Tim. We'll see if the Chargers can put them on the board. Waiting on the snap. Ball is down. The kick is up. And the kick is no good. The kick is no good. So, guys, we're going to keep it down here on the sideline as the coaches get ready to leave the field. We're going to try to catch head coach Mark Barnes as he comes off the field. He's talking to some of his players like he's going to put his headphones up, take the headset off and put it away. So we're going to catch up with Coach Mark Barnes as he comes off the field.
Yep, Rob will.
He's still checking on some of his injured players, guys.
Sure, that's and Rob, certainly a good first half for the Chargers, and be interested to get his thoughts. And I believe, Rob, he's going to have a discussion momentarily before he gets to you.
Exactly right, Tim.
So, Andy, we'll keep it right here. And Crest, as you see, Crest leads at 20.
Good big game like this. Crest and Ashbrook, several media outlets down here covering the game. So
that is exactly right. 28-7 lead.
Barnes here in just a second. We'll walk off the field with him. And I can catch me in just a minute.
We will go to Rob Roop here momentarily. But you see Crest with that 28-7 lead. And then we'll look forward to our Absolute Collision halftime show here momentarily.
Coach, thoughts on the first half?
It was a good first half for us. Our defense really played good, but that's what we expect them to do. They caused some turnovers. We scored in special teams. Defense set up another one for us, and then offensively we had a few explosive plays. But they're a good football team. For us to be up 28-7 on them, is a good first half for us.
Coach, come up for a second half.
Thank you.
Guys, it's going to be you.
At halftime on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard, Crest leads the Ashbrook Green Wave 28-7. And this is Crest Chargers football on KTCBroadcasting.com.
Lizard. Oh no, it's total mayhem.
Hurry, call your good neighbor.
You can't. They're not even there.
Why, they can't even lend a good hand.
Oh. Relax. At Pegram Insurance, we've got you covered. Pegram Insurance Agency, 220 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, and in the Town and Country Shopping Center in Lincoln.
If someone tried to sell you trouble, you wouldn't pay money for it. That's a product nobody wants. But without the right kind of maintenance for your car, that's what you get. Part of that maintenance should be regular oil changes. The folks at Rapid Pace Oil Change in Boiling Springs will take care of this aspect of maintenance for you. And Rapid Pace is an official state inspection station. So when your vehicle's state inspection date comes up, see the folks at Rapid Pace Oil Change, 201 South Main Street in Boiling Springs.
Year-round fun begins at the Bargain Station brand name outlet on East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Keep cool with baubles. Bobble in sets are just $6.99 and complete bottle sets are $9.95. You'll find luggage and bags, sporting equipment including golf clubs, grills for cooking, and much more. all at big savings to you. The Bargain Station name brand outlet, 4400 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, right next to Honda Motorcycles. Open Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 to 6, Saturdays, 9 till 2. At Absolute Collision Center in Shelby, they go the extra mile for you, including a complimentary rental car. Come in for the details. Yes, wrecking your car is certainly a bummer, especially if you are just visiting this summer. Do not despair, a save is what you need. Getting a home run is how to take the lead. With speed and efficiency, our repairs round the bases, all for the simple payoff of your smiling faces. Absolute Collision Center, 2314 South Post Road in Shelby. Call 704-482-3616 or visit their website at AbsoluteCollisionCenter.com.
Hi, this is Woody Durham for Doctors Doug Stroud, Jim Wilson, and Craig Thompson at Family Dental Care in Shelby. No matter the age, kids, teenagers, and adults, Dr. Stroud, Wilson, and Thompson will take care of your dental needs. They have over 50 years' experience serving the people of Cleveland County. Call 704-482-3281 for Family Dental Care at 416 West Warren Street in Shelby. That's Doctors Doug Stroud, Jim Wilson, and Craig Thompson. Kids love them, and you will too.
Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Nissan. Those are the powerhouse of vehicles you'll find at Marburger in Shelby. Plus quality pre-owned cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. And of course, a service department that is second to no one. So when you're in need of a new vehicle, see Marburger at 1310 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby.
Back at Sid Bryson Stadium, it's halftime. Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. Crest leads the Green Wave of Ashbrook 28-7.
Tim Foster, Amy Foster, Rob Roop, and Andy Foster, great to have you back into the Absolute Collision halftime show. Tim Foster, of course, reminding you that, as you can see, the Crest High School band reminding you that the Chargers will get the ball to start the second half. It's been a good first half for Crest, leading 28-7, and really, we talked about it, the play after first 5 or 6 minutes of scoreless ball, big play on that punt return from P.J. Brooks. 3 tremendous blocks set it up. We'll talk about that in our scoring summary. That really seemed to get Crest going tonight.
Yeah, Crest a little bit sluggish, but once P.J. took that one to the house, it really got them awoke tonight, and they have rolled since then.
Well, let's take a look at our first half scoring summary, sponsored by Putnam Distributors, and we talked about it. It was that 55-yard punt return by P.J. Brooks, the senior, at the 5-10 mark. Trejo's kick was good, and Crest had a 7-0 lead. Crest made it 13-0 when they got a trick play. And boy, this was a great play, Andy, because Ashbrook, they did a little, it looked like it would be an option play to Harbison. Ashbrook really bit on it, and it left Odom wide open. Touchdown pass was really big.
It was another big play in that first half of the Chargers.
And then it was Willie Green the second in the second quarter at the 10-17 mark. He found a wide open Quentin Thompson, who went right down the Crest sideline, 54 yards. The extra point was good, and it was 21-0 Crest. But here comes Ashbrook when they got Miguel Kendall. After a lot of pressure on Green, he threw it in the middle of the field. Kendall picked it off, and he was off to the races. And at that point, at the 8-minute mark, it was a 21-7 Crest lead.
Yeah, the Green Wave assumed some momentum in the first half after that big interception, but the Chargers calmed them down again.
And they did it after a turnover by a great defensive performance in the first half. Crest forces the turnover at the Ashbrook 5. They take it over, of course, deep in their opponent's territory. And Troy Harbison with just a pounding run of 5 yards. Extra point was good, and it was 28-7. And then right before the half, Andy, Alex Trejo just missed to the right. That was close. It had the distance a little to the right, that 47-yard field goal.
Yeah, it looked good for a long time, but it bared off to the right and was no good at the horn.
Well, you see a good shot of that Crest High School marching band, and the Charger faithful happy tonight. They've got a 28-7 lead. We'll come back with our first half stats and much, much more. You are watching and listening to Crest Football on KTCBroadcasting.com.
Keep keep the Christmas spirit year-round. Coming to Sandy's Country Christmas. You'll find Christmas items, of course, plus seasonal merchandise such as Valentine, Easter, Vacation Bible School, patriotic, and Thanksgiving items. And there's always a good selection of flowers for just 99 cents. Sandy's is open year-round, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., never on Sunday. Sandy's is open Thanksgiving Day to Christmas Eve, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sandy's Country Christmas, Highway 74 West, 2 miles past Ingalls in Shelby.
Comfortable just got more affordable. From Bill Shuford Heating and Air Conditioning in Shelby and American Standard. Keep cool this summer with one call to Bill Shuford Heating and Air and get up to $1,100 in rebates. Plus, ask about special financing available on famous American Standard equipment. Call 704-484-0025 or drop by their office at 213 Campbell Street in Shelby. Get up to $1,100 in rebates now on American Standard. Bill Shuford Heating and Air and American Standard, where your comfort is our concern.
Absolute Collision halftime show continues. Crest leading Ashbrook 28-7 at halftime on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard.
Let's take a look at our first half stats. Big thanks to Amy Foster doing a wonderful job again this year. And, of course, they're sponsored by Putnam Distributors. And we'll start out with the Crest Chargers, and they were led on the ground in that first half. Believe it or not, by Willie Green Jr., 5 carries, 39 yards for the junior. Trey Harbison, 11 carries, 35 yards, but he did have a couple of touchdowns, or he had one touchdown run, I should say, in that first half. Also on the ground in that that was on the ground, through the air, Willie Green Jr., 9 of 15, 124 yards through the air. He threw a touchdown pass. He also threw one interception in that first half. Trey Harbison was 1 of 1, Andy. His first ever pass was a good one, a touchdown, 16 yards, and the touchdown pass in that first half. Receiving-wise, Tayshawn Odoms had 3 catches, 31 yards, and a touchdown. Malik Williams had 2 catches, 13 yards in that first half. Devontae Husky had 1 catch, 25 yards, and the touchdown. And overall, Crest in that first half had 10 first downs. They had 1 turnover, 55 yards in penalties, and they end up with 198 total yards of offense in that first half of play. For the Ashbrook Green Wave, they were led on the ground in that first half. And I tell you, Andy, their ground yards, hard to believe it. Dennis Donner, 1 carry, 3 yards. The rest of the way, it was negative. Jabriz Robbs, 1 carry, negative 11 yards. Austin Mitchell had 4 carries, negative 6 yards. Isaiah Burris had 1 carry for negative 3 yards. Through the air, Robbs was 4 of 5, 23 yards passing. Austin Mitchell, 4 of 7 for 12 yards passing. They went to a couple of different receivers. Isaiah Burris had 3 catches, 14 yards. It was also Christian Bell who had 1 catch for no yards. Listen to these first half numbers, Andy. Ashbrook had only 2 first downs, 2 turnovers, 40 yards in penalties, and only 24 total yards of offense. And, Andy, you think that they did some good things, but really they have not done, other than the interception, they have not been able to sustain a drive in this first half tonight.
What a dominating defensive effort by this outstanding Crest defense in the first half, Tim.
Rob Ruth, just amazing stat-wise. Ashbrook held to just 24 total yards of offense in that first half. And I guess if you're Coach Hill, you're happy that you're only down 3 touchdowns. But, Rob, this Crest defense, when you have to go 80 yards, it is going to be a challenge this year.
I tell you what, Tim, exactly right. We did have a couple injuries there in the first half that kind of put a little bit of a damper on what went on in the first half. Of course, we're talking about David Grant, and I believe the other was Malik Williams. So
right.
Therefore, send your thoughts and prayers out to those 2 young men, knowing they're dealing with an injury. But, Tim, I tell you, the key has been, and what a lot of people talked about going this year, is how good can this defense be? And we're not talking about you've held that kind of yardage to the Little Sisters of the Poor. This is an Ashbrook squad with a lot of athletes. They know how to move the football. They've been playing this offense for a long time. They got a great head coach. So if you're the Charger defensive coaches and you're the head coach Mark Barnes, you are really pleased about that effort in the first half.
Okay, Andy, I'm going to send it over to you. Great to have a special guest with us here during halftime tonight, so we'll send it over to you.
All right, and joining us at halftime is Shamar Finney, one of the great players of Crest football past. Shamar, great to see you again.
Good to see you, Andy.
Talk about this Crest football team you've seen here tonight?
Well, I think they are a very explosive football team. Have a lot of great athletes, a lot of good talent out there. I like coming to watch them play.
Defensively, they have held the Green Wave to only 24 yards total offense in this first half.
Well, if our past teams wanted to leave any kind of legacy, is for teams to understand that defense wins championships. And when you can come out here and dominate on defense, it makes the game go a lot easier.
Of course, Shamar, you had an outstanding career here at Crest and then went on to Penn State and played for Coach Paterno and eventually led to the NFL for you. I know you were with the Redskins for a while.
I was. It was a great career. I loved every moment of it. But it all started right here at Crest High School, man. So I want to give back to my school. I want to be here to support my school, and whatever I can do to help out, I'm a charger for life.
Talk a little bit about Coach Paterno. I had the privilege of meeting him during your career at Crest, and he was an outstanding gentleman regardless of what happened later on.
Well, just to show you how much his legacy means, I get compliments for telling people that Joe Paterno spoke at my high school banquet. That's unheard of, as a player, and that meant so much to me. He was an outgoing person, a great person. He was that father figure, and tried to do everything the right way. So that's some principles that every kid needs to experience. So Joe Paterno did a wonderful job.
Yeah, and Joe never talked down to anyone. He talked on their level, did he not?
All the time. He would never tell how good his players were. He always mentioned the fact that we got to get better. There's a few more things that we can get right. Even when we were ranked number 1, he did the same thing. So he always kept us humble.
Talked to Coach Kirby just recently, and I know he's planning to hopefully get up here and see the Chargers play later this season. He's down at Chapin, South Carolina right now.
We've talked to Roy a couple of times. Actually, we're working on the Charger We Not Me documentary film that's set to come out January 2015, and we want to go down and shoot Roy because he was a key impact in us winning that 1994 state championship football game.
Talk about that documentary you've been working on.
Well, it's actually it's a football documentary, but it's about Donnie Lewis. During that 1994 season, with Donnie passing away and some of the behavior issues that some of the people on our team was having, it was a very difficult season. Coach Stewart came in and actually laid the hammer down and taught us the we not me principle. And that means, we is more important than us as individuals. And whatever you got to do to make sure we not me is the theme of the team, that's what we had to do. And when Donnie passed away, man, it was like we had no emotions, no adrenaline, no energy to come out and play football anymore. It's like we lost everything we had. So we want to remember his legacy. Walt and I want to make sure that the people know the story of the 1994 season, and it was Donnie's death and us coming together as a team, as a community, as a family, and winning that state championship.
Yeah, and Donnie was a great individual that we all still miss.
His legacy will forever be remembered at Crest High School.
Well, Shamar, thanks so much for stopping in and visiting with us tonight. It's great to see you again.
Always good to see you, and anytime I can come up, I'll be more than happy.
All right, Shamar. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Our special guest, Shamar Finney, here at halftime, and Tim Foster will rejoin us momentarily. Tim, great to see Shamar Finney again.
One of the greats, played some of the greatest games to ever be played here at Crest, and great to see him tonight. We'll take a break. We'll come back for second half action right here on KTCBroadcasting.com.
It's the 90th Annual Cleveland County Fair, September 25th through October 5th. Make plans now to be there. On the Midway, it's pig racing, Leon Jacobs, Hack Monsters Chainsaw Demonstration, the Tumbleweed Crossing Wild West Show, and on the grandstand, it's the Demolition Derby and much more. So join us for the fun, the 90th Annual Cleveland County Fair, September 25th through October 5th. The Cleveland County Fair at the Cleveland County Fairgrounds. Keep warm this winter and save money too with the new Echo SunTech infrared heater from Cleveland Lumber Company in Shelby. It's a 3-in-1 product, an infrared heater, a humidifier, and an air purifier with a 5-year factory warranty on the PTC heat element. The Echo SunTech infrared heater allows you to heat by zones instead of an entire area. Zone heating allows you to keep unoccupied areas cooler than normal, thereby reducing your heating bill. See one today at Cleveland Lumber Company, 217 Arrowwood Street in Shelby.
Back at Sid Bison's team, we get ready for the third quarter. Crest in front of the Green Wave, 28-7 here at intermission.
And we're in the final minutes of the Absolute Collusion halftime show. And Rob Roop, let's go down to you before we get keys to the second half. Rob, we had the pleasure of interviewing Shamar Finney up here just minutes ago at halftime. Rob, what do you remember about that young man and his career? Obviously, he was a part of the first two state championships, went on to have a great college career and even a pro career for a couple of years. But you saw him many times. He was a heck of a player.
We've seen some great players come through Crest High School over the years, and Shamar's one of those guys that when you think, like a beast type play, he's on the field, you feel like you were watching a beast. He was a monster out there, and he was going to take care of business, and he was going to play. He was going to take care of you in a nasty way. You didn't want to come across Shamar Finney when he was there in the middle playing linebacker for these Chargers. I tell you guys, the second half, I think if you're Crest, you want to get this ball to start the half, try to drive for another score. You could have ended that half with a field goal, just looked to the right. So you want to come out here in the second half, take that football, and see if you can't drive down the field. Maybe send a little bit of a message to the Green Wave, because I tell you, Tim, when the Green Wave have the ball offensively, they have better made some major changes, because right now the Crest defense has them figured out.
Crest defense has been awesome, but Rob, we would be, I think, be a little rude not to mention that Ashbrook, even though they've given up some points, this is a very athletic defense. And Rob, you can tell they've got a lot of key seniors. They're going to get better and better as this year goes on.
You're exactly right, Tim. I mean, we talk about football teams and what you want to see in a football team, when you show up at a stadium and you look across the sidelines and you're trying to measure up a team, this Ashbrook team is as good athletically as anybody Crest may see this year. I mean, we're talking about big guys, but we're not just talking about big guys. We're talking about big athletic guys that can move, guys that can put a lot of pressure on you. And so they're going to be a dangerous team as the season progresses. And, guys, they may be the favorite to win that Big South Conference. They are a good football team.
Yeah, Rob, I want to talk about that real briefly now. When you think about the Big South, Crest was in it for many years as they're getting ready to come back on the field. Is it going to come down, Robbie, really to when it's all said and done, a three-team race with Ashbrook, South Point, Forest View? And would you give Ashbrook a little bit of the nod right now?
I think you give Ashbrook a little bit of the nod. I think Forest View is a very good football team. I think they got a shot. And this South Point team, guys, we talked about a down year for them maybe. I believe their score was 14-0. Lincoln was up on them at one point. Not sure where they're now.
Yep.
So you wonder if maybe Ashbrook and Forest View are going to maybe separate themselves a little bit from South Point. Again, once South Point figures out that red bone, they'll be dangerous. But this Ashbrook team, that Forest View squad, great athletes and really good football teams.
Well, certainly good observations there by Rob Roop, and the Crest Chargers will get the ball to start this second half after a solid first half, and you want to do some good things here offensively with this 3-touchdown lead as we're going to tick down to these final seconds. And we really saw a balanced attack, Andy, and we saw Willie Green Jr. a good first half, but as Rob mentioned, it really came down to another dominant first half performance for the Charger defense.
It was outstanding defense once again for the Crest Chargers, and what a job by Willis up front. He has been everywhere tonight.
He's already going to possibly be a candidate for our defensive player of the game tonight, and we are almost ready for the second half, and we've got a penalty, Andy, that we've got unsportsmanlike conduct, I believe, that was called maybe on the Ashbrook Green Wave at some point. So it's very rare, you see a penalty before the second half's even started. But there was some kind of a penalty thrown in Ashbrook, I think, Andy, and you mentioned earlier they have been having some words coming on the field, off the field tonight, but they're going to be moving back. And this is not the way you want to start your second half. They said something to the Chargers coming back on the field.
15-yard mark-off, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Green Wave. Dead ball violation. They will have to kick off from the 25-yard line.
So 15-yard penalty on Ashbrook before we even start for apparently some kind of taunting penalty coming onto the field. And so they will kick, and we saw that earlier, and Andy, and remember what happened last time. Crest took advantage of that and got a touchdown off of a shorter field.
Cloyd tees it up to the 25. Jamma Jay's Pizza Factory kickoff coming for the third quarter. Don't forget, next week, Chargers an open date. We'll be back in 2 weeks with more Charger football as Crest opens the conference campaign at Drawn 2 weeks from tonight. Cloyd with the kick.
The squibber.
Picked up by the Chargers at the 22, 25, 30.
That's Dominic Roseborough.
Roseborough midfield, 45. what a great wave.
He just exploded down the sideline. We may have an injured Green Wave as well right on the sideline. I don't know if you want to kick it to number 2 with his speed. And great field position, and it started off that penalty. They kind of set it up, so let's see if Chargers, as they come out for their opening possession of this second half.
First and 10 Chargers, Green Wave 45-yard line. Green brings them up in the gun.
And Andy, Green Wave still got players coming on the field.
They haven't started the play clock.
No.
Now they start it up. Double wides, right, a receiver to the left and one back. Green to Harbison. Trey right up the middle for about 5 to the 40-yard line.
Good push and nice first down gain for the junior, Trey Harbison, who ran for a touchdown and threw for a touchdown in that first half tonight.
Second and 5 Chargers, Green Wave 40-yard line. Crest, of course, employs a no-huddle offense.
As you see, Crest, of course, in that home green Charger gold numerals tonight.
Green in the gun. Double wides, left receiver to the right, one back. Green to Harbison. Over the middle, nowhere to go.
Good pursuit that time. Right in the middle, and looks like Crest trying to pound early on, but on this opening possession, I should say, the second half, and it'll be 3rd and 5 at the Ashbrook 40-yard line.
We have a shotgun. Green with double wides left and right. One back. Chargers with an audible. Play clock at 12.
Coach Compton giving that audible along with head coach Mark Barnes.
Play clock at 3. Green takes the snap. Keeps the football. Got some room.
He's got a first down
to the 23. Or 33, I should say.
Rob, the thing I'm really impressed with Willie Green Jr., not only is he just doing a great job athletically, but very poised for the first couple of games for a junior. I'm really impressed.
Exactly right, Tim. I think, we talked about leadership for this team, and if Green's able to step in and take on the leadership responsibility as a quarterback for this team, it's only going to mean good things for this offense.
Andy, I think Casual Morris is in the backfield now for the Chargers.
First and 10 at the 33 of the Green Wave for Crest. Here's Morris, right up the middle.
He's breaking tackles.
Breaking tackles across the 30 to the 28.
Boy, he got hit, but he just kept fighting and scrapping and actually got a pretty good gain out of that first down carry.
Picks up 5.
I think he might have got 6 out of that.
He did. 2nd and 4 for the Chargers near the 27.
Casual, as Rob mentioned, different kind of back, kind of runs a little bit lower. Strong legs.
Double wides, left receiver to the right. Green in the gun with Morris in the backfield. Morris on the carry over the right side, a yard, maybe 2.
So it'll be 3rd and short for the Chargers. 9 minutes to go in this third quarter play. And boy, have we had some hot, humid nights these first couple of weeks of the season. The good news is as this season goes along, it will be the cooler weather. 3rd and 4.
Shotgun.
And we got movement, and I believe Morris may have moved a little early, and that's going to cost Crest 5 yards. So penalties have been a little bit of a problem for the Chargers here tonight.
55 in the first half, and they had 5 more on there.
So now you're looking at a 3rd and 9 situation. And that's something Coach Barnes is not going to be happy about. Did a good job of that last week, but they've had some mental mistakes here at times tonight.
Trips left, receiver to the right. Shotgun with Morris in the backfield. Green back to throw, under some pressure, gets rid of it, incomplete.
Hit as he's throwing it. And he is slow to get up as they brought the blitz that time. That would have been a good time for a screen, but that's easier said than done when you got that very speedy defensive line of Ashbrook coming at you. And it's 4th and 9. Do you try a field goal here, Andy? Now you're looking at almost, a 50-plus yard field goal. So I think Crest is thinking the way their defense is played, they're going to go for it on 4th and 9.
Trey Harbison back in the football game. Gun, double wide left, receiver to the right. Green barking out the signals, down to 8:25 to play.
Right. They're going to call a timeout, still thinking about this one.
So timeout on the field. 8:26 left in the third quarter. Crest 28 and Ashbrook 7 on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard.
Rob, as we go to this timeout, man, we have seen, you talk about 2 good defensive lines. There's another example of Ashbrook. They really got in there, dominated, put a lot of pressure on Willie. And Crest, of course, we know what they've done this year.
You're right, Tim. We talked about keys to this game was play at the line of scrimmage, and I think give both these defenses a lot of credit for what they've been able to do up front. They have really put a lot of pressure on the opposing team.
So 4th and 9, and Andy, you've got a 3-touchdown lead, but this is still a long way from over. We know how this Ashbrook squad can move the ball. So this is a big 4th down coming out of the timeout.
Chargers with the timeout, facing a 4th and 9 from the Green Wave 32-yard line. Shotgun with double wides left, receiver to the right side.
Ashbrook's bringing the blitz here, looks like.
Green rolling to his left, in trouble, sacked at the 42.
And you could see that coming. They were bringing it the whole way.
And really slow getting up.
He's taking some shots tonight. Both quarterbacks really had. And there was no doubt they had them all in the box. You had to really get rid of it quick there if you were really in good pursuit. And this is a very, very athletic defense. And so they'll take over 1st and 10 at the 8:19 mark after getting the stop on 4th down.
1st and 10, they're on 42. Mitchell, the quarterback, trips right, a receiver to the left side. Mitchell did not start at quarterback tonight. Mitchell takes the snap, swings it right.
Oh, what a shot.
And down immediately at the 38.
He took a heck of a shot.
On the stop for the Chargers, I believe.
That was
Malik Hopper.
Yeah, Hopper just shot in there. Boy, did he make, and a big loss on 1st down.
Loss of 5. 2nd and 15, Green Wave back at their 37. Gun, double wides left and right. Mitchell straight back in the pocket.
He's in serious trouble.
Going to throw it out of bounds. Incomplete.
And did it go past the line of scrimmage? If not, that should be grounding. But it just made it. Boy, he was under pressure. The explosiveness again of that Charger defensive line.
Tim Mitchell looks a little limp to me.
Yeah.
He is not walking very quickly back to the line of scrimmage.
Remember, he took a shot getting knocked out last week against the Burns Bulldogs. And it is 3rd and 15.
Shotgun, one back, double wides again, split left and right for the Green Wave.
Charger faithful on their feet.
Mitchell takes a snap. Here comes the rusher. Pass incomplete.
Omar Brooks and Andy, they have right now no chance of blocking that young man. He just shot through there. And you're literally looking at 2 to 2.5 seconds to make a decision that time.
Mitchell again, very slow getting up. And he looks a little bit addled to me, Tim.
Yeah, he has taken, well, really both quarterbacks have taken some good hits tonight.
Floyd will punt it from the 25. Brooks at the 25 of Crest to receive. Big rush. Cloyd gets it out of there.
Good kick by Cloyd.
Ball bounces inside the 20 and will be down near the 15.
And has a heck of a punt. No doubt the best punter in the Big South and one of the best in Western North Carolina. And, of course, we are talking about Matt Cloyd, the senior kicker, as Crest again. And once again, Andy, this is an Ashbrook team now under 20 yards total offense in this game so far tonight.
First and 10, Chargers, their own 15.
Crest does not want to get complacent. Even with this lead, they want to continue to play hard.
7:19 to play, third quarter. Willie Green brings him up in the gun. Double wides left, receiver to the right, one back. That's Harbison. Green takes a snap. Harbison tries to get outside.
He
breaks
does.
the tackle. 20-yard line, 25, and out of bounds.
Good hustle by Harbison.
First down, Crest at the 26.
Pegram Insurance first down. Great effort as it looked like he was going to be brought down after maybe a gain of 1 or 2, but he broke away to get out to the Crest 25 and give them a little breathing room. Looks like Green's getting that play call in.
Green in the gun. He's got double wides, right, a receiver left side, one back. That's, I believe, Morrison there. Green rolling back to throw. Here's the screen pass, incomplete and knocked down.
Good job. They were trying to set up the screen on the other side of the field, but knocked down.
Looking for Preston Husky.
Well, we are seeing two tremendously, I should say, athletic defenses tonight. I got a hard time believing either team will see a more athletic opponent this year, maybe way down the playoff road.
Second down, 10 at the 26.
There's Morris.
Morris, big hole over the middle. He's to the 41-yard line.
Rob, you're really excited about Casual Morris, and fun thing to watch there is how low he gets when he's running the ball.
You know, with Casual, it's just a change of pace of what you get from Trey. Trey, you're big, strong, heavy back. Casual more of your scat back, and I tell you what, before this year's over, we're going to call Casual Morris's name several times.
I think so, and I think that we got a green wave that's maybe got a cramp across the way.
Dominique Spencer.
Yeah, it is obviously a hot night, a humid night, and we are starting to see a little bit of that. Spencer coming off the sideline, you see a good shot of him.
Really having problems getting to the sideline.
Let's see if Crest now, as it's getting deeper in this game, a very deep team can start to wear down the Green Wave defense with this running game.
First and 10, Chargers at their own 40. Double wides left to right, gun, one back. Ashbrook offsides.
They jumped a little early, and so that'll be a 5-yarder.
Caleb Lowry off sides on that play. 5-yard mark off to the 45, first and 5, Crest. 28-7 Chargers, 6:37 to play, third quarter. Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. Gun, one back, double wide split left and right. Green swings it, left side, caught 45 near midfield.
Well, that pattern pass.
All right, we'll try this.
And that was Devontae Husky on the run, and I don't think he's got the first down. He's just a little bit short. It'll be second and inches. Let's see if they're going to measure it.
They have called for the measurement with 6:19 to play in the third quarter.
Rob, we're getting to that part of the game, and me and you talked about it all summer long, how much depth this Crest team certainly has this year. And this is part of the game where you can really start to wear down your opponent. It'll be interesting to see if that happens the rest of this game tonight.
Yeah, Tim, exactly right. You know, when the defense leaves the field, the offense comes out, and you don't see guys stand on the field in either direction right now. And that's something that Coach Barnes talked about. He's really excited about the depth this year for the first time since he's got here, and not having to have as many guys play both ways. The Chargers have a starting offense. They got their starting defense. Not to say there won't be some guys maybe sit a little bit of time on the other side of the ball, but as far as having to dedicate a lot of time over there, the Chargers do not have to do that this year.
Inches, Andy, that is the call after the measurement, so it's second and inches right at midfield as Crest trying to drive here, extend this 28-7 lead midway through the third quarter. It looks like Morris is back there.
Receiver left, double wides right. Green in the gun, Morris on the carry, and he's got a first down across midfield.
And it'll be first and 10, another Pegram Insurance first down. Andy, we talked about who might be kind of the second back for Crest this year. We know it looks like Casual Morris may fit that role at times this year, and as Robbie said, Coach Barnes said, I think we're going to see Casual quite a bit this season. Going to be a big key component.
First and 10 at the Green White 49 for the Chargers, down to 5:56 to play in the third quarter. Again, the gun with double wide split left and right. Morris, the lone back beside Green. Green going to throw it. Caught by Thompson, midfield, and out of bounds.
And we got a penalty.
Flag is down on the sideline.
Andy, is that going to be a hold on the Charger receiver or a face mask? Looked like a kind of a shot high. Let's see what the penalty is going to be. Coach Mark Barnes is right beside whatever the penalty is, and they're going to call holding on the Chargers. Held it on one of the receivers on the outside, so that's going to bring this back in. We have seen enough penalties tonight to make up threefold from last Friday night, I believe.
That is correct.
After that, but the Crest now looking at a 1st and 16 back at their own 44 after the holding penalty. And as you mentioned, they are getting close. They're going to get closer and closer to the 100-yard mark in penalties tonight.
Chargers in the gun. Double wides, right receiver left. Morris beside Green. Here's the dual play to Morris. Right up the gut across the 45 to the 46.
It'll be 2nd and 14 after the 2-yard gain. And here comes Trey Harbison back in. The depth is nice. Very nice to have when you're the Crest Chargers, as you can rotate a lot of weapons as we've seen tonight. Willie Green Jr., a great game again tonight in his home opener for the Chargers.
Second down. Long 15. Green back to throw, and another flag.
Crest moved a little bit early, it looked like.
Sloppy game at the moment.
Just a lot of penalties. And they're not going the Chargers' way right now as they're just moving themselves back. We talked about focus. You know, you get a lead. We saw Crest at times after getting a big lead last week have some mental mistakes, and we've seen a little bit on this drive as well.
2nd and 21 for the Chargers at the 40, at their own 40. Gun, double wides left and right, one back. That's Harbison. Green under pressure, gets away, going to keep it. And he's tripped up back at the 35-yard line.
And Andy, they are blitzing just about every pass play, which is a good move by Coach Hill and his staff, and putting a lot of pressure because they know Green's speed is not one of his better attributes as a quarterback, and a lot of pressure that time as they brought the house.
3rd down and 20 for the Chargers.
This was a drive that had gotten into Ashbrook territory, and then that holding penalty, followed by another penalty, have really hurt the Chargers.
Trips left, receiver to the right, Green in the gun. Harbison in the backfield. Plenty of time on the play clock. Green off to Harbison. Breaks outside, 45, midfield, and pulled down at the 47-yard line.
Had to grab his jersey to say what could have been a 1st down. He got, about 15 of that back. But they are going to have to pump it. At least this does give you an opportunity to pin Ashbrook deep. And we've got another injury. We got a green wave down at the 40. And we will take a break at the 3:06 mark. Crest leads Ashbrook 28-7 on our Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. We're coming back with more Charger football on KTCBroadcasting.com.
Good credit, bad credit, no credit? Apply today and ride today at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Pick up this week's What's Up Shopper for some great deals with zero money down and rates as low as 2.99%. See the new Polaris Ranger 500 Crew for as low as $10,000. The brand new Yamaha Grizzly 125 is only $35.99. And for the lake, get the 2014 Yamaha Superjet for only $71.50. Full Throttle Power Sports. Exit 22 off I-85 in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com.
Back back at Sid Bryson Stadium. 3:06 to play third quarter. Crest with a 4th and 9 at the Green Wave 47. The punting unit is out there.
So the injured Green Wave walks off on his own power. And let's see if the senior Alex Trejo can back the Green Wave here way back with a good punt.
Ashbrook back inside the 10 to receive it. Low snap, but Trejo gets it out of there.
Good kick.
It's inside the 20 and rolls out of bounds. And they said it.
What about the 23?
Yeah, it hit inside the 25 and went out at the 23 for the Green Wave.
So they will take it over 1st and 10. I tell you, Rob, that's one of those offensive possessions. You get a good play, but every other play you get in a penalty. And that was one of the things that Crest struggled with at times last year. And we talked about focus, Rob. Going to be important as this season goes along with Crest, even with a 2 or 3 touchdown lead.
Exactly right, Tim. We talked about this Crest team, as you said, last season, get up on teams, and maybe there's a little bit of a focus and start to see a lot more penalties. You're going to be able to come out of this game with some things you're going to need to work on, and certainly these penalties is going to be one of the big things you take away.
1st and 10 Green Wave at the 23. Mitchell in at quarterback in the gun. Trips left, receiver right. One back. Mitchell straight back in the pocket. Now going to keep it. Goes down the field, and it is
hit the ground.
Incomplete at the 36.
This pass is incomplete.
Ball bounced up. We have actually got, Andy, already got a final tonight on our Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. East Rutherford gets their first win tonight, 26-7 over North Caston. And I think that's an East Rutherford team it's going to be interesting to watch because they've got a lot of nice weapons on that offensive side of the ball.
I believe that win came on the road, did it not?
I believe so tonight. No, it was a home game.
It was a home game.
That was over in Rutherford County tonight.
Yeah, big win for the Cavaliers.
Not an easy place to play when you go to East.
Empty backfield, back to throw Mitchell. Over the middle.
It's caught
at the 30-yard line.
That was Smith. Thomas Smith made the catch, and it is going to be 3rd and about 4.
Thomas Smith, 36, correction, Thomas Smith.
2:25 left, third quarter, 28-7 Crest. Empty backfield, trips right, double wides left. Mitchell. Back to throw out of the gun. Rolls back in trouble, keeps the football, and he's going to get the first down as he breaks the tackle and slides to the 35-yard line.
Just good hustle that time by the senior, and he gets one of the few Ashbrook first downs they've seen tonight. Only the first down of this ball game, I should say. Second, correction on that. Second first down of the game for the Green Wave offense.
Empty backfield again.
10 for the Green Wave.
Mitchell back to throw. Pass is incomplete.
Pass is incomplete. Number 36 for Thomas Smith.
So it'll be
Justin Foster.
Second down at 10. Foster putting a little bit of pressure.
37. Jabari Foster.
1:50 to play in the third quarter. 2nd and 10 Green Wave. Just across their own 35-yard line. Again, an empty backfield. Mitchell swings it left side, caught, and a little bit of yardage.
They broke a tackle.
Out to the 42.
Mitchell's pass is complete. Jaleel Feaster on the cover.
Feaster made the tackle.
Along with Jerry Brooks.
And it's going to be 3rd and short.
Third down.
Burris was in on the catch.
Burris.
3rd and 3. Here's a handoff up the middle. First down, Green Wave.
Crest has got the ball.
Ball's loose. Crest recovers near the midfield stripe, I believe. Yes.
The ball came loose, and
Fumble on the play, and Dominique
Roseborough, Andy. He always seems to be around. Look at him. He's happy that Dominic getting better and better each week. 3rd turnover of the night for the Green Wave.
So 1st and 10 Chargers at the 49.
So Crest will come out 1st and 10. And let's see if they can take advantage of this turnover.
First and 10 on the 49 in at the quarterback position, number 18.
And a new quarterback for the Chargers.
Peeler is in late in this third quarter.
Cam Peeler.
And Morris is in the backfield.
Peeler and Morris in the backfield, double wides to the right, a receiver left side.
And again, Andy, we're stopping. Hard to get in any motion between penalties and stop and play. It looked like they had problems with the chains that time. And I tell you, this crew tonight, Andy, is slowing things down quite a bit.
Peeler takes the snap.
He's going to keep
Keeps
it.
the football midfield, 45, and pushed back at the 43. Gang tackled down.
But he got a nice forward motion. He's going to be a yard or two short of that first down. And we know Cameron Peeler, great athlete. Good job there on that fake.
Cameron does a good job reading his runs when he calls his number, Tim.
Yeah, did a great job there, and it's going to be 2nd and 2 at the Green Wave 43. Crest looking to add to this 3-touchdown lead. Right now they are dominating defensively, and they've got to be happy with the way they're going to end this third quarter.
Peeler in the gun, one back. Peeler takes a high snap, hands it off over the left side to Morris, and he gets to the 41 and is pushed back close to that first down.
And I believe that'll wrap up this third quarter of play.
Spotted at the 42, and it's 3rd and a yard for the Chargers at the Green Wave 42, and we're down under 10 seconds to play. The Chargers will not have to run another play before the end of the third quarter. And after 3 quarters, on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard, still Crest 28, Ashbrook Green Wave 7. Crest Chargers football on KTCBroadcasting.com.
It's America's Mattress Sale at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center in Shelby. Save now on the 2013 Inventory Reduction Sale. All 2013 mattress sets must go. Get free delivery, free setup, free haul away. Get the sleep you need, guaranteed. Save on the Serta Perfect Sleeper for only $2.99 for queen size. Get special 12-month financing and big pillows just $39. America's Mattress from Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center, 1241 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. The easiest way home.
We go to the fourth quarter, Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. It's Crest 28, Ashbrook Green Wave 7. And the Chargers with a 3rd and less than a yard across the Green Wave 42.
Let's see, Andy, if we're going to see a little power here. Omar Brooks is in offensively, and yep, Trey Harbison, we're going to see a little power package to start this fourth quarter of play.
Chargers and the Wildcat. Double wides right side. Harbison, high snap. Over the right side, got a first down, 40, 35, 33-yard line. First down, Crest Chargers.
He turned what could have been a dangerous play into a nice gain. Got the snap that was a little high and then just followed those blockers. And it's nice to have a couple of those guys like Omar Brooks leading the way along with that big offensive line.
Peeler back in at quarterback. Chargers in the gun. Double wides left, a receiver to the right side. Morris in the backfield. Play clock under 10. Here's Morris trying to find a place to run. He's going to be swarmed under for a loss.
Good pursuit by the Green Wave defense, and he's right back to the line of scrimmage. A lot of bodies flying around on that play as Morris tried to break away.
Seafood Metal Crafters, Chris Ellis.
I'll tell you, Tim, I don't see a whole lot of teams in the Big South that's going to be able to run on that defensive front of the Green Wave.
I ask you, and I ask Rob, I ask you, is Ashbrook the favorite right now in the Big South in your opinion?
With their defense, I would say yes, and another flag down against the Crest Chargers.
And Coach Barnes not happy about this one, because this one was some kind of 5-yard penalty that came way after the play. And that's been the story here, Andy. We cannot get more than 2 or 3 plays run without some kind of a penalty being called.
1st and 15 at the 37. Morris right up the middle.
Still fighting.
Fights for an extra yard or two to the 34, maybe to the 33.
Okay, Robert, we've got a Medical Arts Pharmacy final tonight. Lincolnton holds on, beats South Point 14-13. Hard to believe we're saying the Red Raiders are 0-2, and it doesn't get any easier as they come to Shelby next Friday night.
I tell you what, Tim, it could be very easily be an 0-3 start for those Red Raiders.
But Andy, a little more competitive tonight, and they'll get better each week. It's only be a factor come November.
2nd and 11 for the Chargers.
2nd and 11 at the 33. Peeler in the gun. Handoff, and it goes nowhere.
There's a face mask.
Flag down. Somebody got face mask.
I say that. I'm not sure. Let's hold on that. It looked like face mask, but let's see what the penalty is going to be. It looked like it was grabbed, but
I'd like to thank all of the businesses.
Yeah, that's a 15-yarder.
Make sure you patronize.
And unfortunately, Andy, we've seen a good game tonight, but it's been a little, let's be honest, a little sloppy here tonight in the second half.
It has been, and it is a typical early season officiated football game where the officials like to throw that flag. They love to be seen.
Yeah, and let's see if Crest can take advantage of that particular flag as they've got it at the 20 of Ashbrook.
1st and 10, Peeler in the gun, and movement by the Green Wave. They jump the gun.
A little bit jumpy on that one.
Flag on the play.
They were going to blitz, there's no doubt. Amy Foster mentioned that. They are going to blitz just about every play right now.
5-yard mark off to the 15.
But Coach Hill, we know that he likes to do that. We've seen it a lot tonight. It's worked at times. No points have been scored in the second half, but Crest hoping to change that.
1st and 5. Peeler barking out. The signal's in the gun. Peeler pitches it to Morris. Morris down the sideline, out of bounds inside the 10.
Well, he took a shot, lost the ball, but he was out of bounds, and as you mentioned, he may have got the first down. It's 1st and goal now after another Pegram Insurance first down for the Chargers.
Football at the 9.
Oh, Morris, a tough little running back.
Peeler double wide split to the left, a receiver to the right. He's in the gun with Morris behind him. Morris up the middle, 5, 2.
He's still fighting.
Down near the 2.
2nd and goal. Good block that time by that Crest offensive line to open the hole for Casual Morris, and it is 2nd and goal. And here comes the power package. There's Omar Brooks coming in. What a game he's had defensively tonight. Again,
Trey Harbison comes in.
This could be power time here inside the 3, right at the 2.
No, they're going to leave Morris in there.
Morris is back. He's in there, and they're actually under center here with Green. And now we've got a stoppage of play, and let's see if we get a timeout or a penalty.
Timeout.
No, yeah, excuse me, that was
timeout Greenway.
Yeah, Greenway. Peeler under center there, Andy, but that confused Crest. Ashbrook thought it was going to be a little bit of a wildcat, and then they saw him go under center. And now there's some discussion that Omar Brooks may have went under center on that play, but we're going to watch it coming out. I think Crest trying to throw a little trickery there at the timeout at the 9:06 mark. Andy, your thoughts in this game tonight? Crest really, you look at the score, maybe they should have another touchdown too, but they've been pretty dominant once again tonight.
Yeah, again, a great defensive effort by the Crest Chargers, and the game has gotten sloppy.
Yeah, but with no flow really tonight in the second half.
No flow at all.
I think both teams are going to be up somewhere combined over 150 yards in penalties when it's all said and done, as we'll come back out of this timeout. A great crowd here, though, tonight. I'm looking on both sides. The banks are full. And you speaking about, think about the home season, regular season, Andy, Crest has got some great opponents coming into town during this 2014 season. Yeah, Omar Brooks, Andy, is going to be under center here.
2nd and 2 for the Chargers.
2nd and goal at the 2.
Or at least that's what it looks like as of now. Yeah, that's Omar. But no, it's a Wildcat.
It's a bad snap Morris has to go back and fall on it at the 21-yard line.
And that's the risk you take that deep when you're not under center. Omar was really tight there, but that snap was high, and Coach Barnes is not happy. Nobody on that coaching staff is happy about that. A blown opportunity to put 7 on the board.
Just a bit high on the snap.
Crest is certainly going to have to work on some middle mistakes they've made, especially in this second half tonight.
Third and goal at the 22-yard line. Peeler in the gun, got trips left, and a receiver to the right side. Peeler gets the snap. Back to throw, in trouble, keeps the football, and is spun down at the 19.
Good job, though, tucking, getting what he could out of it, and hopefully setting up now Alex Trejo for the field goal to tip, which is a little bit shorter. Let's see if he can add to this 3-touchdown lead. But, Andy, you really left 7 points. And that's been the story. Crest has left some points on the field tonight offensively.
Trejo will spot it down, Tim, at the 25 or 35-yard attempt.
All right, Rob, 35-yard. Let's see if Trejo can add to this lead.
Thank you very much, Tim. Do have a scoreboard update brought about Medical Arts Pharmacy right quick into 3, 21-7, Kings Mountain. There's a snap, ball is down, the kick is up, and that kick is good. And the scoreboard update brought to you by Medical Arts Pharmacy. It's now the Chargers 31, the Green Wave 7. This is Crest Charger Football on KTCBroadcasting.com.
Star Financial Corporation in Shelby. Bob Webb invites you to come in and talk with one of their financial specialists about your new home, from conventional loans to FHA to VA and to USDA. And all loan programs are available to qualified buyers. Homestar Financial manages the entire mortgage process with outstanding customer service that produces a high level of customer satisfaction. Find out more today. Visit Homestar Financial Corporation, 306 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, or call 704-482-2588.
Alex Trejo, 35-yard field goal. It's now Crest 31, Green Wave 7 on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. 7:35 left in the ball game.
Trejo's first field goal of the season.
Canada's Pizza Factory kickoff from Alex Trejo now.
Just barely missed that 47-yarder late in the first half.
Trejo with the kick. And it is 7 yards deep in the end zone. Touchback.
Ashbrook had really one of their better drives moving downfield on their last possession. They were not able to get any points out of it, and now they're in a huge hole down 24 with 7:35 left. And let's see who's going to come out at the quarterback position. Ashbrook, Andy, still has a home game with Asheville, which I think is going to be an interesting non-conference game a little bit later on this season before they get into their conference.
Mitchell empty backfield in the gun, trips right, double wides left. Mitchell keeps the ball, breaks a tackle in the backfield, breaks another tackle, and pulled down at the 24.
That was a run all the way, tried to spread Crest out. Good job of breaking tackles. Malik Hopper and P.J. Brooks eventually made the tackle. And we're going to have a lot of candidates tonight for our offensive, defensive, and overall players of the game. And, of course, that'll be coming up in our CSI Mechanical Stadium post-game show. Stay tuned after tonight's game. Stats, scoring summary, and much, much more.
2nd and 6 at the 24. Again, empty backfield. Mitchell in the gun, trips right, double wides left. He throws it right side. It's caught. And some yardage across the 30 to the 32. A Green Wave first down.
Good effort. Glenn made the catch, and boy, that was some good athletic ability. Jeff Glenn is a very, very good athlete for this Green Wave squad.
So the Green Wave with the first down at their own 32, and Mitchell is up under center. They're in an eye.
Well, this could turn into be some kind of spread formation. Let's see.
Nope. He's up under center and going to hand off to the deep back, and some yardage up the middle to about the 36.
Looks like Coach Hill trying some things offensively. So, Andy, you back to our discussion about the Big Side. You do think this Green Wave team is the favorite heading into Big South Conference play in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, they, especially on the defensive side of the ball, although Forestry has a very good offense, Tim.
Yes.
Again, the eye. Hand off to the up back this time, and he drives to the 40, 41-yard line.
Running some power here with 6 minutes. This is one thing that we've not seen from Ashbrook in several seasons. And they're using that power. Crest, Andy, we've got good to see some wholesale substitutions defensively now.
Spotted at the 42, third and a yard. Green wave again in the eye. Quarterback keeper Mitchell got the first down to the 45.
Mitchell on the keeper. Malik Hopper on the stop.
Hopper made the stop. Malik Hopper.
Of course, as we mentioned earlier, we'll be back with you 2 weeks tonight right here on KTCBroadcasting.com for the SMAC Conference opener. Crest's first ever trip to take on the Draw Wildcats. We'll be on with you September 12th at 6:30 for that conference matchup right here on KTC Broadcasting.
Mitchell back in the gun, empty backfield, drops the football, now rolling to his right, still rolling, goes down the field.
Incomplete.
Incomplete at the midfield stripe.
Tried to extend that play as long as he could.
Crest in a prevent defense there, Tim.
Yeah, they were, and but even during that play, Mitchell getting a little bit of pressure on him.
Second and 10 at the 45 of the Green Wave, empty backfield. Mitchell, quick swing pass right side, caught, and yardage down the right sideline into Crest territory.
This tackle, and that's going to be a first down for the Green Wave.
I believe the Chargers have a lot of backups in the ball game.
They made some wholesale substitutions.
Especially the defensive front, an entirely new outfit in there.
It's good to see a lot of Chargers play. That was Glenn on that catch to give Ashbrook, the first down at the Charger 45.
Shotgun with one back for the Green Wave. Mitchell back to throw, swings it right side. It's caught again. Out of bounds at the Crest 37.
That was Burris on the catch, and it's second short.
Chargers with the backups in there not getting any pressure whatsoever on Mitchell now.
Yeah, he was able to roll out, did a good job on that.
Second and 3.
Pass.
Gun with one back. Mitchell in trouble this time, rolls out to his left. Goes down the field toward the end zone, and it is incomplete. Interference call on the Chargers.
They're going to call interference, Andy. I don't know about that. That was close. Maybe he pushed him a little bit, and if he did, it would certainly be a pass interference. But that time you saw what Mitchell can do. He gave himself time to throw, and he really opened up that receiver downfield. That's a 15-yarder, and that's going to get the Green Wave closer to the end zone. And Andy, the one big problem for the Chargers tonight have been penalties. They are getting way up there overall. 35 in the second half, but I believe they had nearly 50 in that first half.
First and 10 at the 22. Mitchell keeping the football down the right sideline, and he is loose, fumbling the football.
Crest has got it.
Crest recovers near the 20.
And he made the mistake, Andy, of extending that ball, trying to get extra yards. That is the fourth turnover of the night. I believe 4 turnovers now for the Green Wave in this ball game. We'll double check that, and that has just been disastrous. 5th turnover of the night. And what about this Crest defense? They have forced 8 turnovers in their first 2 games against their opponents this season.
First and 10 Chargers at their own 20 after the turnover. 4:38 left to play, 31-7 Crest in front.
Morris is back there again with Peeler at the quarterback position.
Double wides, right receiver left side. Peeler to Morris. Morris over the right side, trying to get outside.
Nice gain.
25, 26, 27-yard line.
Of course, Rob, Crest got to be happy with these first 2 weeks. You think about the bye week, and Rob, we'll talk about it more. Talk about how important conference games are going to be now when you start thinking about that in a couple of weeks.
You know, that's where the rubber meets the road in this situation. You got to start focusing on conference win and conference victories for the playoffs.
Again, Morris on the carry over the left side.
Oh, what a collision.
Morris runs over a tackler across the 30-yard line.
This has been a hard-hitting ball game from kickoff tonight. 4 minutes in this game is all that's left from Crest moving to 2-0. And Andy, if Crest wins tonight, they'll be winners of 16 of their last 18 football games going back to last season. But more importantly, they're going to go into that bye week unbeaten. 1st and 10 at the 33 for the Chargers. Peeler in the gun. Again, it's Morris on the carry. He's stacked up and slammed down at the 34. Just picked up and just thrown down. Good tackle that time.
Suflex that time.
Yeah, really a leg rub, but clean tackle by two good football teams tonight. So it is 2nd down and 9. 3:22 to go in the game.
Cam Peeler, the quarterback, in the gun. Here's Morris. Peeler on the fake, keeps the football. 45, 48-yard line, 1st down.
And there, you mentioned he does a great job of holding that ball and reading the defense there. That's another Pegram Insurance Charger 1st down. Crest, one thing you can say going into the bye week, Andy, next week, they've been dominant 2 weeks in a row. But it's early, but you've got to be happy if you're the Coach Barnes and his staff of the way your Chargers have looked early in this season.
When you're dominant against Big South competition, you're doing pretty well, Tim.
Against two pretty solid football teams.
Gun, one back. Here's Morris, left side midfield to the 48.
The Casual's done a great job since coming in. We're talking about the 5'6", 650-pound sophomore Casual Morris.
Give him 40 to 47, 2nd and 6.
Rob Roop will be with head coach Mark Barnes after tonight's game. And we've got a lot coming up in our CSI Mechanical postgame show tonight.
Double wides, left receiver to the right. Peeler in the gun with Morris in the backfield. Morris on the carry, breaks the tackle, drives to the 41. That's a 1st down.
Great. And the fans really love that effort from Casual Morris, fighting, getting the 1st down. Another Pegram Insurance Charger 1st down at the 40.
56 left to go in the game. Crest Chargers 31, Ashbrook 7.
Andy, I'm wondering, thinking about this Ashbrook defense, how many teams are going to be able to put up 31 on this team this year? As I know, they obviously shut out a Burns team is struggling offensively. It's going to be interesting, as I said, that Ashbrook game over in Gastonia in a couple weeks is going to be really interesting.
Peeler in the gun on 1st down. Morris again cuts back inside. He's got 5, maybe 6 more.
Just pounding right now. That's Vincent actually now, Andy, for the first time. Malik Vincent, the Charger running back that we have seen at times this year.
Malik Vincent, 5'7".
Yep, number 42.
185 junior.
Down to a minute to go in the game.
Peeler in the gun again with double wides right, receiver to the left, and Vincent on the carry. Vincent this time can't turn the corner. He's going to lose about a yard or 2. Chargers will probably run one more play, and that's going to do it.
Rob, what do you see for the future of this Ashbrook Green Wave team going forward? We mentioned a home game against Asheville, and then, of course, conference season. What are your thoughts? Could these two teams see each other again sometime down the road?
If history's any indication, Tim, these two teams will see each other again come playoff time. It seems like it's just destined to happen. It's Crest and Ashbrook every year see each other twice. So I think there's a really good chance these two squads see each other come playoff time.
3rd and 5 Chargers at the 36. 18 seconds left. Vincent over the left side, drives near the 30, close to a 1st down, but it doesn't matter. That'll be the last play of the ball game. And Crest is going to win their 2nd in a row to start the 2014 season. The final score on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard, Chargers 31, the Green Wave 7. And we'll be back with more of the postgame show after this on KTCBroadcasting.com.
Honda's line of 4-Trax Rancher all-terrain vehicles are America's favorite ATVs because they're always improving. That's especially true with the all-new 2014 Ranchers, like the new double cradle steel chassis and aggressively styled bodywork that's just as tough as it is good-looking. So head on down to Honda of Shelby, Highway 74 Bypass East in Shelby, and see the entire 2014 Honda Rancher line. You'll see why these midsize ATVs are truly the best on earth. Honda of Shelby, Highway 74 East.
Medical Arts Pharmacy is your locally owned independent hometown pharmacy. Unlike the big chain stores, Medical Arts Pharmacy calls you by name and treats you like family and friends, not a number. Medical Arts has more National Board certified technicians and personnel than other pharmacies to keep down your waiting time on prescriptions. Online refills at medicalartsofshelby.com. Medical Arts Pharmacy, 108 Grover Street near the hospital in Shelby. Call 704-487-8068.
Service. That's hard to find when it comes to lawn and garden equipment. Not anymore. Head to Parker Farm Service in Kings Mountain. Parker Farm Service services all major brands, makes, and models. Call Mary McHenry to set up your appointment at 704-259-6130. And Parker Farm Service welcomes Kenny Barbie to their service department. 24-hour turnaround with in-house parts, plus delivery and pickup is available. Parker Farm Service on Bessie Drive at the Highway 74 Bypass, Oak Grove Road intersection in Kings Mountain. Check out the new storage buildings at the Roundup store in Shelby. Come see the new vinyl siding storage building and the new T111 wooden siding building. And the Roundup store's wooden buildings are built to last and last. And check out their line of beautiful kitchen cabinets. Make your dream kitchen a reality. The Roundup store, 1610 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Open 8:30 till 5:30 Monday through Friday, 8:30 till noon on Saturday. Online at roundupshelby.com.
As the spring season rolls in, remember Shelby Hardware for all the rental equipment you need to get those lawns and gardens in shape. Shelby Hardware's rental equipment includes blowers, string trimmers, vacuums, lawnmowers, aerators, spikers, spreaders, edgers, tillers, and ladders. And Shelby Hardware's small engine repair shop can service and repair all your lawn and garden equipment. Shelby Hardware, serving Cleveland County since 1979, located at 506 South Lafayette Street, Shelby.
Crest wins their second in a row, 31-7 over the Ashbrook Green Wave in this non-conference matchup tonight. Final score on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard.
And we welcome you in to our CSI Mechanical Stadium post-game show. Great to have you along. Momentarily, Rob Roop's going to be down on the field with head coach Mark Barnes. Crest 2-0, and two dominant performances as they take care of business. We'll have our scoring summary, post-game stats, players of the game. Rob Roop, whenever you're ready with Coach Barnes, we'll go down to you to take things over. In the meantime, we'll have our scoring summary of tonight's game. And it started with a big punt return. P.J. Brooks got some great blocks downfield. He went 55 yards. The extra point was good. At the 5:10 mark of the first quarter, Crest had a 7-0 lead. They made it 14-0 when they got a touchdown pass, not a run, pass from Trey Harbison on a trick play to Tyshawn Odom, 16 yards. The extra point was good. It was 14-0 Crest. Willie Green Jr. added to that lead as he found Quentin Thompson wide open, 54-yard touchdown pass. The Green Wave of Ashbrook bringing the blitz. Extra point was good, and Crest had a 21-0 lead. Ashbrook's only points of the night came on a great interception play. Nigel Kendall, he goes 55 yards for the touchdown. Extra point was good. It was a 21-7 lead, but Crest got a big score with about 2.5 minutes to go in the game, or in the first half, I should say. Extra point was good. Harbison on the 5-yard run, and it was 28-7 at the half. And then, Andy, the only points we would have in that second half would come from Alex Trejo as he gets a 35-yard field goal. It was kind of a second half full of penalties. Crest had some opportunities missed, but the constant the whole way was that solid Crest defense tonight.
Yeah, again, a great defensive effort by this Crest defense. They have come to play and shut down the opposition in the 2014 season.
There's no doubt about that. Just did a wonderful job, and Andy, let's go ahead and name our, as Rob Roop will be getting with head coach Mark Barnes momentarily, let's go ahead and name our offensive, defensive, and overall player of the game. And let's start first with our rapid pace oil change defensive player of the game. And this young man on the defensive line, not only did he pick up a fumble tonight, he was making tackles, sacking opponents. And
guys, you got me up there?
Okay, before we wrap that up, or give that to you, Rob, let's go down to you.
Yeah, I appreciate it very much. Yeah, come over here, guys. Let's walk over here. Guys down here with two of the starters on this defense for the Chargers down here with Omar Brooks and P.J. Brooks. Guys, a dominating performance tonight for this defense. That's 2 weeks in a row the defense has really played well.
Yes, sir. Hey, we just go hard in practice. Keep striding and trying to make stuff work, you know. We get a lot of stuff done in practice. No playing around, just keep working.
Omar, talk about a little about that defensive front. Yeah, kind of making PJ's job easy in the secondary, aren't you? Y'all get all that pressure.
Like a brother here, like we just fast out the ball quick, practice, work out, running program, work out, lift weights. We just work.
Guys, you saw two different offenses. That first week you saw that red bone to South Point. Tonight Ashbrook tries to spread you out, go a little faster at you. How was it different in game planning for these two teams?
It was kind of like easier planning for Ashbrook. South Point's kind of difficult. You got to learn how to do this and do that. But Ashbrook was kind of like used to the spread in high school, so it's like kind of easier.
PJ, tell me a little bit. Last year, quarterback for this team. Now you get to go back to the secondary. You're in the return game. You're being used in a lot of different places this year.
Yes, sir. Well, I know I'm not playing offense or not, but I love to be on the defense because we just brothers and we work hard. We work with each other. And, I mean, our offense is very good this year, and I'm glad I'm playing on defense and playing other positions so I can get my name out there and more. But like I say, hey, we just all family, and we out here to play and win a state championship.
Guys, congratulations.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, guys, we're going to try to get Coach Barnes. We'll send it back up to you. We'll try to get Coach Barnes.
Andy, great to hear from P.J. Brooks and Omar Brooks, and one thing that he talked about, how hard they've worked, and it really shows defensively. Good to hear from those two young men. Great job tonight.
Yeah, and as you heard PJ say on several occasions.
You got me up there?
Yeah, we'll get back to that, Andy. Okay, Rob.
I appreciate it. Down here with head coach Mark Barnes. Coach, a good win for the Chargers tonight.
It was, you know, I think we won in all three phases. I think we were better when we had the ball than they were. I think we were better when they had the ball, and we were better in special teams. I think probably the thing that I'm the happiest about is obviously we were dominant again defensively, and we didn't let them do what they wanted to do. But I reckon the last 2 weeks defensively are two different types of teams you had to defend. You know, to defend the South Point's going to make you be extremely disciplined and play all phases of the option. We did that really well, and then they come out here tonight and play against they're a great football team. And we made their offense look average at best. And our guys were flying around and being physical and making plays and causing turnovers. And, you know, offensively, again tonight, we penalized ourselves too much tonight and got long yardage. But I saw glimpses of really good tonight offensively, you know. We were balanced, throwing the ball and running the ball, and we got good production out of Casual and Trey, which is something down the road that's important to us because they're two different kind of guys, but they're both really, really good. And, you know, I thought both quarterbacks, Willie played well. He took the punishment of, you know, if you're going to drop back and throw it, you're going to get hit some. And he took it. He made one mistake, and, you know, that I told him not to panic. We make mistakes all the time. But overall, I give us a good grade for the first 2 weeks, you know. As you know, we played against really good teams, and we scrimmaged as far as few scrimmaged Northern Guilford, played South Point, and played Ashbrook. It's probably hard to find anybody out there that's done that and been able to do it the way we've done it.
Coach, going to your bye week this week a little early. How do you approach this coming week not playing on Friday?
I love it. You know, I think it's the perfect timing. You know, you get it's been 2 physical games, and you get out of camp, and then you go play 2 games, and now to have a week off, we're going to give Monday off and Friday off. We're going to give Monday off, Friday off, whether we won or not. It makes it better since we won, you know. And then we'll have a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday practice. We'll go us on us a lot and not have to get ready for an opponent. You can rest people. You can help injuries heal for that week and then get ready for a conference opener with Drum.
Coach, congratulations.
I appreciate it. Thank y'all.
Guys, let's send it back up to you.
Okay, Rob Root, the thoughts of head coach Mark Barnes. And Andy, of course, Mark Barnes, he'll tell you himself, he's not a big guy on stats. You know, he says, he's told us many times stats are for dummies. But he's got a chance to win his 50th game 2 weeks from tonight at Drone as a Crest Charger head coach, and you can tell he's got to be happy very proud of his Chargers these first 2 weeks of the season to start out 2-0.
And, Tim, as we all know, watching football over the years, defense wins championships, and this is a defensive caliber championship team so far in 2014.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Let's get back, Andy, before we went down to Rob Roop. We were talking about our Rapid Pace Oil Change Defensive Player of the Game. You're talking about one of the reasons they could be heading in that direction. Chris Willis just dominant, multiple tackles, and he forced that fumble, and he was in the backfield all night.
Yeah, they could not block Mr. Willis again this week, and he had a field day tonight against the Green Wave up front.
Our offensive player of the game, Andy, a lot of times when you see a running back not only rush for a touchdown, throw for a touchdown, that's what Trey Harbison did tonight in a solid performance. And that was actually on a night where I thought Ashbrook did a good job containing him.
Yeah, Trey, a versatile player, able to throw that option pass for the score, and he ran in another one. So a versatile night for Mr. Harbison.
And our SNR Auto Sales overall player of the game, and this was, you always have that player too. We talked about that get you going, and this guy's done it a lot in his career since he started as a 14-year-old quarterback. That 55-yard punt return, it was a tie, it was 0-0. Big blocks. P.J. Brooks, he went to the right, he went to the left, kept looking for his blocks, kept looking. He got him, he got down the field, and Crest really got rolling from that point on.
Yeah, that jump started the Chargers to the victory. That tremendous punt return, they got the Chargers on the board first here tonight.
Well, let's look at our post-game stats, and of course they're sponsored by Putnam Distributors, and we'll start with the 2-0 now Crest Chargers. And they were led on the ground tonight by Trey Harbison, who had 16 carries, 75 yards. Casual Morris had 16 carries for 47 yards, and of course Harbison got in the end zone. Willie Green Jr. had 8 carries for 31 yards. On the night, it was Malik Vincent, who had 3 carries for 10 yards. Cameron Peeler, 3 carries, 25 yards. In the air tonight, Willie Green Jr., 10 of 18, 129 yards passing. He did have a touchdown pass on the night, receiving-wise. Trey Harbison had a catch for -3 yards. Tyshawn Odom, 3 catches, 31 yards and a touchdown. Reception, Malik Williams had 2 catches, 13 yards. Devontae Husky, 2 catches, 25 yards on the night. Crest, 20 first downs, 1 turnover. They did have 90 yards in penalties, but they end up at 317 total yards of offense. For the Ashbrook Green Wave, they're 1-1 on the season, on this 2014 season. And they were led on the ground tonight by Austin Mitchell, 7 carries, 35 yards. Jabriz Robbs just had 1 carry in the negative department, -11 yards. Isaiah Burris had a carry for -3 yards. Dallas Donner had 2 carries for 4 yards. Through the air, Robbs was 4 of 5, 23 yards passing. Mitchell 9 of 17, and he completed 9 passes, but for only 35 yards, so not much after the catch on the night. And he went to Jeff Glenn, who had a reception for 9 yards. Thomas Smith had a reception for 5 yards on the night, and Isaiah Burris had 5 catches, 28 yards. Ashbrook ends up with 6 first downs, 4 big turnovers, 80 yards in penalties, but Andy, just 95 total yards of offense. And when you hold your opponent under 100 yards, good things are going to happen.
95 yards total offense and no points by the offense here tonight.
Yep, no doubt about that. So a great performance by the Chargers in this matchup tonight. When we come back, Rob Rupert join us. We'll wrap things up. Crest is 2-0. They win it 31-7, and we're back on KTCBroadcasting.com.
There's nothing like a Bobcat to cut grass, and there's no better deal than right now to own a new Bobcat from West End Sales in Vail. For only $101 a month, you can be mowing on your new Bobcat with 0% financing for 54 months. See the Bobcat Fast Cat R2 with a big 22 horsepower Kawasaki engine and a big 52-inch cut and a heavy-duty frame weighing 850 pounds, plus a 3-year, 300-hour warranty. Only $101 per month at West End Sales, Highway 2718 North Intersection, Vail. Old Man Winter is just around the corner. It's time to fill up your tank with home heating oil or kerosene from Energy Direct in Shelby. They promise to beat anybody's price. Check with Energy Direct in Shelby before you fill her up for the winter. Just give them a call at 704-482-0351. Again, that's 704-482-0351. They will beat anybody's price on home heating oil or kerosene, and that's guaranteed. Energy Direct. Now in the new offices at 413 South Lafayette Street, Shelby.
When accidents happen, it's reassuring to know that quick expert care is nearby. Carolina's Healthcare Urgent Care Shelby is now open and is staffed with experienced physicians, mid-level providers, nurses, and support personnel equipped with on-site laboratory and x-ray services. So keep our new location and contact information close by for immediate access to the region's preferred healthcare and largest physicians network. Carolina's Healthcare Urgent Care, 1010 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby. Jam & J's Pizza Factory is Shelby's favorite locally owned family pizza restaurant, featuring a pizza buffet and salad bar, a fantastic game room, and birthday parties. Jam & J's has gluten-free pizza, vegan cheese pizza, and now try the La Nova wings in barbecue, hot and spicy, or oven roasted. And Jam & J's is the original home for the Livermus pizza. Want to eat at home and watch the game? Call for carryout at 704-600-6182. Jam & J's Pizza Factory, Highway 74 East, behind the Golden Corral in Shelby. Neal & Cole Termite and Pest Control has been voted the best of for 5 straight years. Call us for all your pest control, termite control, moisture control, waterproofing, and mold remediation needs. Call them at their toll-free number, 1-866-990-0004. Neal & Cole Termite and Pest Control. That toll-free number again, 1-866-990-0004.
Do you know what Putnam Distributor sells? Auto parts, truck parts, stuff for all sorts of equipment, plus 25 brands of motor oil, hydraulic fluids, filters, batteries, even nuts and bolts, and all at low, low prices. Putnam Distributors is located in downtown Patterson Springs, just 5 minutes from Kmart and the Cleveland Mall. Go south on Highway 226 or Highway 180 and just follow the signs. Putnam's prices are low on everything and for everybody. Call 704-487-9395 or visit them online at PutnamDistributors.com.
Crest wins it 31-7 over the Ashbrook Green Wave. The final on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard from Sid Bryson Stadium here at the Ranch at Crest High School.
And we welcome you back into the Stadium Post-Game Show, sponsored by CSI Mechanical. Crest 2-0. And a couple of dominant performances to kick off the 2014 season. Rob Roop joins us. Big thanks again to Amy Foster tonight on stats, doing a great job. And Rob, if you're a Crest fan, when you head into this bye week, you've just got to be happy really on a lot of different phases. You talked about 3 phases of the game tonight. Coach Barnes obviously was happy with a balanced offensive attack. The defense looked phenomenal. Special teams really played much better tonight, and if you're a Crest fan, you got to be excited headed in and hopefully get some guys healed up in the next few weeks.
And I thought Coach Barnes made a great point, guys, when he talked about not only the South Point and Ashbrook, but you're coming off of Forest View and Northern Guilford too. You've really put your players through a very stringent series of games and scrimmages to get into this bye week. So it's really fallen at a good time for this Crest team. You can heal up, you can focus on yourself, and you move into conference play. Your first game in the SMAC against Drone, and not to take anything away from Drone, but there's an awfully good football team coming in 2 weeks heading up into Burke County, and Drone just better be ready for what we've seen defensively, Tim. Just impressive against 2 very different offenses.
Well, Rob, it seemed like, again, much like we saw with Brooks last week for South Point, it was Mitchell tonight. Once he got established in the quarterback, there were times where, he literally only had about 2.5 seconds. Just unbelievable speed that came in there. And the problem is, Rob, is if you can get by that, you don't really drop off much in the secondary. And we saw a guy that I really thought played his best game back since his injury. I thought Dominic Roseborough was really starting to get his steps back, and that's scary for the opponents of the Chargers.
You had to feel like that Dominic coming off of that injury, it was going to take a couple games to get his legs back underneath him and really gain confidence on cutting on the field and knowing that knee's okay now. And I'm like you, Tim. I think what we saw tonight out of him was a wonderful performance. He felt more confidence in what he was doing on the field, and like you said, that makes it that much more dangerous. And really, as I talked to Omar and PJ down there, really what that front four, where the front three and your linebackers are doing, are really making a not necessarily an easy job for your secondary, but you're allowing your secondary to pin their ears back to really be aggressive in the secondary, because you are putting so much pressure at the offensive line and on the offensive backfield of the opponent.
And Riley, been a good team. This is an Ashbrook team. Me and Andy were talking about this as we wrapped up the broadcast. Be interesting to see how many teams put up 31 on this squad this year. This is a solid athletic football team that's going to get better. And as you talked about, this will be a dangerous out for anybody in November.
You mentioned it, Tim. What about this game next week?
I believe that's Asheville, isn't it?
I believe they're playing Asheville. And so to me, that's going to be a game that's going to tell us a lot about this Asheville squad. Yeah. We know Asheville is a very talented team, ranked in the top 10 in the state. So Asheville's coming off of a very tough game against Crest. They're playing another tough team next week against Asheville. And I think it's going to be interesting to see how they match up with that Cougar squad out of the mountains.
No doubt about that. And, Andy, we talked about the defense has been phenomenal, really only giving up just a little over 100 yards in these first two games. But we talked about balance. A lot of people said that we see more of a balanced attack offensively, and we've seen that. And Willie Green Jr. has really been poised and doing a great job leading this Charger offense.
Yeah, another great job by Willie tonight against much more pressure. This Ashbrook defense, very solid. They came after Willie tonight, but they only made that one mistake for the interception for the score, but otherwise really did a great job running the offense again. And then Peeler came in and did an excellent job.
And I thought Coach Barnes, again, making a great point about Willie and how he hung in the pocket and was under a lot of pressure and had to take some hit, guys. If you want to stand in the pocket and throw the football, there's going to be times where you're going to take shots, and give Willie a lot of credit for the way he stayed in the pocket. Yeah, he took some punishing hits, and he's going to be sore in the morning, but that young man really battled tonight at the quarterback position.
Okay, Rob, back to the point we were talking about. You're getting now 2 weeks from tonight, we'll be, for the first time ever, we'll go to Valdez to take on the Drone Wildcats. Obviously, Crest is going to be a big favorite going into that game, but talk about if you want to play here a lot more when it's cold. We mentioned that. We talked about how important that run was last year to get one of those high seeds and get a ton of home playoff games. But to do that, Rob, you have got to take care of business in your conference, and you can't get complacent. I think that's the important thing, and there's a lot of excitement there. But huge game. We know we still got one more non-conference to go, but these conference games really are going to be huge the rest of the way.
The key thing, though, Tim, you put yourself in position now. Yeah, you want to win the TC game, but if you slip up in that one, and win out in your conference game, you're still going to playoffs undefeated.
Right.
So, but I think if you're the Chargers, you want to be better than that. You want to prove yourself better than that. But playoffs are all about conference victories, and if the Chargers are planning on, as you said, playing games at home here at Sid Bryson Stadium in November, then you've got to take care of business in the conference, and it starts in 2 weeks against Drone.
It really does, Andy. We'll be there, of course, in 2 weeks, and you want to continue that focus, and I think a lot of people excited about the 2014 Chargers as of right now.
Great start, and a lot of good things still to come for this Charger unit this season.
Gentlemen, thank you for a great job tonight. We want to thank all of our sponsors, and we'll be back with you 2 weeks from tonight, which, of course, will be September 12th. From Valdez, we'll be at Drone, Crest and Drone, 6:30 right here on KTCBroadcasting.com. We'll have all the coverage as the Chargers head into Week 4, which will be Week 3 for them of the season. And, Rob, I want to talk about a couple of games since we won't be on next week. Give me your thoughts quickly about Shelby, South Point, Burns, and Freedom. Obviously, Burns has got to find a way to get some offense. It doesn't get any easier, but talk about a couple of those games. And, of course, the game that you might check out, Kings Mountain Forestry. We talk about our other three county teams heading into next Friday.
I got to admit, I got a very clever text midway through this game. Understand Burns was on the field the entire first half and still hadn't scored a touchdown in the game tonight. But
that's awful.
Somebody taking a shot at the Burns Bulldogs. But really, Tim,
they could be in trouble next Friday night.
They're going to see a lot of good athletes. I like what Freedom's doing. The Burns defense is going to play well, but again, I think if the offense can't sustain drives, it's going to become too much, and it becomes a snowball. Coach Simpson, he said in the paper today, he said, we just stayed behind the chains with what we were doing and maybe stayed in the running game a little too long. So the Bulldogs need to make some adjustments. I think South Point's in low.
Are they going to 0-3?
I think they're going 0-3, and I think Shelby is going to, if they have the opportunity, really lay it on the Red Raiders next week. And guys, I tell you, a game
the first big test for the Mountaineers.
And that's the one, and that's the game I plan on being at next Friday night, is that Kings Mountain Forest View game. As you said, Tim, the first real test, I feel like, for this Kings Mountain squad. How do they respond? I think it's going to be a really exciting shootout-type game between those two squads.
All right, Andy, we'll get ready 2 weeks from tonight, and we'll certainly look forward to it. Thanks to all of our crew tonight, and Andy, we're certainly excited about kicking off the conference season in 2 weeks. Before we do, Rob's got a couple of scores before we wrap it up.
Scoreboard update right quick on the American Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. I understand it's a final from Kings Mountain. It was Kings Mountain 33, East Gaston 15.
All righty, so the Mountaineers 2-0 taking care of business, and as Rob said, they'll get ready for Forest View, and we'll get ready for Crest and Drone 2 weeks from tonight.
Final score again, Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. Chargers down the Green Wave, 31-7. For the whole gang, so long from Sid Bryson Stadium at Crest High. See you in a couple of weeks from Drone and Crest Charger Football, a presentation of KTC Broadcasting.